Hello y'all and welcome back. So at the end of the last video we introduced a view which I'm going to call the means end view of morality, or just a slightly shorter, just the means end view, which is again that morality is a means to the end of natural good. Natural good again being money, power, and stuff for me. So morality is a means to that end and is only useful as an instrumental good, instrumental to that further end of natural good. Now, this view comes in many forms. The means end view comes in many forms. This is one version of it. Hobbes developed kind of a social contract version of it in the modern period. And of course, any modern evolutionary account of morality is just another version of this view. So there are many versions of this means end view. But it raises the question pretty immediately in the mind of a clever person, what if you had a way around the system? I said at the end of the last video, I play by the rules because I can't get away with just taking your stuff, but what if I could? What if you could? What then? They present in the Republic, the speakers in the Republic, in particular Glaucon, presents a story which is well known to the people in the dialogue of somebody who has this power. And it's a little too long for me to read in its entirety, but I'll read sections of it. So, the freedom I mentioned would be most easily realized, says Glaucon, if someone had the power, they say, the ancestor of Gyges of Lydia possessed. So Lydia is a real kingdom in the 5th century. It's not real anymore, but it's in North Central Asia Minor, and it is, at least in the Greek imagination, extremely wealthy. So it's not politically powerful, but it's very rich in gold in particular. So lots and lots of money, and he's a humble shepherd. The story goes that he was a shepherd in the service of the ruler of Lydia. There was a violent thunderstorm, and an earthquake broke open the ground and created a chasm at the place where he was tending his sheep. Seeing this, he went down into it, and there he saw a hollow bronze horse. Peeping in, he saw a corpse of more than human size, wearing nothing but a gold ring on its finger. He took the ring and came out of the chasm. He discovered that as he turned the setting of the ring towards himself to the inside of his hand, he became invisible to those sitting near him. He wondered at this, and he turned the setting outwards again and became visible. So he experimented with the ring to test whether it indeed had this power, and it did. If he turned the setting inward, he became invisible. If he turned it outward, he became visible again. Now, most of the story of this person, Gyges, has passed, and only one thing has happened. An ordinary person has realized that he has a way around the system of morality. In other words, he has a means to acquiring natural good that isn't the ordinary means, namely morality, playing by the rules. See what happens. When he realized this, he at once arranged to become one of the messengers sent to report to the king. And when he arrived there, he seduced the king's wife. I never understood that part of the story. Ladies, are you secretly really attracted to invisible guys? Is that what does it for you? Man you don't have to look at? If so, you need to be clear about this. We need to know. Anyway, his invisibility makes him very attractive to this woman, seduces her, attacked the king with her help, killed him, and took over the kingdom. Period. Story's done. So in 8 seconds in the story, and in no more than 48 hours in like real time, he goes from this nobody, Gyges goes from this nobody shepherd, to this tyrant ruler of this super rich kingdom with someone else's wife and blood on his hands and presumably like unlimited money. Right, that's the story of the Ring of Gyges. Now, the point of the story of the Ring of Gyges is twofold. First, of course, Plato is challenging us. He's saying you, if you got the ring, would be corrupted right away by the Ring of Gyges. You'd do what Gyges did. You might think you're better than that, but right away you'd be killing your enemies and stealing stuff, whatever. That's just what, the idea. I'm not saying you would actually do that. But the deeper point, the more philosophically salient point is this. People would do this, but not because everyone is secretly evil. People would do this because everyone is secretly not stupid. Think about it. If the means end view of morality is correct, what is the purpose of your life? What is the end of your life? Obviously, it's natural good. If everything you do is a means to the end of natural good, then that is your true end. And when you acquire something like the Ring of Gyges, what are you acquiring? You are acquiring a more efficient, a better means to that same end. Both morality and the Ring of Gyges work towards the end of natural good because everything you do works toward the end of natural good on this view. It's just that the Ring of Gyges is way better. You can accomplish way more with the Ring of Gyges in 2 days than you could accomplish in 10 lifetimes following the rules as a shepherd. So if you have the Ring of Gyges, if you have some way around the established system of morality to acquire natural good and you still do the right thing, in other words, if you could get away with doing the wrong thing and you don't because you're attached to morality, you are not being good or praiseworthy. You're just being stupid. Here's an example. So I park in about the same spot out in the parking lot in front of the Oppenheimer Center every day. And supposing I pull up, and I have about a 1 minute and 15-second walk into the building here. And supposing I pull up and it's pouring rain and I've forgotten my umbrella, which always happens. I never remember my umbrella. I'm rarely prepared for the weather. But what I do have is this little binder thing, which I carry with me all the time. It has my, legal pad in it. It has my quiz sheets. I always have it. My notes for class. So I think, well, look, this thing is waterproof. So what I do is, I don't have my umbrella, but I hold it over my head as I walk into the building. And it kind of protects me from the rain. Now, it doesn't totally protect me. I still get wet. My shoes get wet. My clothes get wet, whatever. But I don't get as wet as I would have without it. Okay? Second day, next day, I pull up, same parking spot, same walk into the building, and it's pouring rain again, pouring rain. But this time I did remember my umbrella. And so I get out of my car, and then holding my umbrella unopened in my hand, this is my umbrella hand, my mic hand is my umbrella hand, I once again take this little binder thing and hold it over my head as I walk into the building. Now I'm doing the exact same thing that I did on the previous day. But now our analysis of my actions has completely changed. The first day, I'm fine. Should have remembered your umbrella, but you're fine. Nobody faults me. The second day, though, the only reasonable description of the way I'm acting is just stupid. It's just stupid. If you have a more efficient means to your end, which in this case is staying dry, at your disposal, and you don't use it, that's stupidity. And indeed, any possible example that you could give of a stupid decision or a stupid action, I had you do this for the EDQ, demonstrates some variant of that failure to think rationally. So you have a better means at your disposal to your end, and you just don't use it, right? That's stupidity. And of course, in the analogy, the binder is morality. Ordinarily, on the first day, without the umbrella, it's the best I can do. It's fine. But as soon as you get a better means, as soon as you get a more efficient means to your end, using that old means, that less efficient means to your end, becomes stupid because you have something better. You have the umbrella. You have the Ring of Gyges. Or in our life, practically, what you have is some way of getting away with doing the wrong thing. You got a loophole, you got a hack, no one's watching, whatever. And in that situation, if you say, well, hey, integrity is what you do when no one's watching, and you're still going to be a good person, so you do the right thing, even if doing the wrong thing would maximize natural good because you could get away with it, on this view, the means end view, you're being stupid. You're not a good person. You're not praiseworthy in any way. You're just making a dumb decision. Okay? We'll look at one other view in the next video.